Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.
They took you down. Yeah, they took you down. They took the Confederate statue down. I don't know if you heard, but they took it down, folks. They took down the Confederate statue, all thanks to my good friend Maggie Rogers. And that's a snippet of her new song. They took you down.
You need to knock it off because I don't know if you heard. You just heard because I told you. Daniel, this man, Maggie, you know Maggie Rogers, right?
Yes.
Why do I feel like you don't? Okay,
keep going.
You know, she has the song, Alaska. That was her big song. I don't want to say her like she died or something, but you know, the point is she's busy getting statues torn down in her hometown, which is great. But where the album at? Where the album? The last album wasn't real. That was old. That was old music. So you ain't dropped nothing since 2019, you know? And we want you to stick around because we feel like you had talent, but you want to tear statues down. So that's why Moulz is saying we don't want to lose you to the game is all. We've seen a lot of people get lost in the sauce.
Fell victim to the game, and at this point, we got to make up what we think your songs are going to sound like because you ain't giving us any songs.
Bro, on her IG, on the studio computer, Daniel, on the console, the mixing board, on the console, the monitor there, she had United States presidential elections Florida results pulled up. That can't make for no good music, man.
I know what that's going to sound like.
Damn
you, Florida! Damn you! Ooh, damn you, Florida!
It's gonna be pop Immortal Technique.
Hey, listen, it's time. It's time for everyone's favorite bozo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Moulz Mel proudly bring to you, it's the bozo, and he's the biggest bozo in the world! Daniel Ochoa.
What's up, y'all? It's the biggest bozo. You're
the biggest.
Also the Shrieking Bandit. That's what the Wu-Tang generator.
That's your Wu-Tang name, right? Okay, you're the Shrieking Bandit. That's cool. I like that.
Hey, listen, we got a catchphrase around here. We know about you, and we know about you, Daniel. We know that you've been so loyal to the game. You've been so loyal to the Rab, you know.
He's in the Rab family. He is. He's the official merch man. You know, he's right up. He's on the Rushmore. Is he on the Rushmore? There's 4 slots on there, right? Jesse, Dan. This could get controversial. You know, I'm gonna just stop at Jesse, Dan.
I was gonna say
if I leave some. Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm not there yet.
He's honest. He's honest, folks.
But I hope to make a case with this episode.
I'm putting Sean on the Rushmore if it has to be known because him and Dan really are a 1A, 1B as far as I'm concerned because they were supporting Moulz Mel long before anyone in their right mind was supporting Moulz Mel.
It's right. You know, so we back with the bozo. I just don't nobody need to know this, but I just ate these Dunkaroos for the first time in my life, I believe, because you know I've been hearing about it from them real '90s kids, you know, and I'm like I'm a real '90s kid. I ain't never had them. Prince, it was Prince's favorite. He had a whole like trove of them at Paisley Park, so I'm like I gotta try these Dunkaroos. I saw them in the grocery store.
What are they called?
Dunkaroos. They're basically like cookies with icing.
I'm looking at them right now. This is diabetes made in 1990.
What year were you people born? I'm telling you, we grew up with these.
No, I was aware of them. I just never had them.
I see.
I was born in 93.
No one at school at the lunch table ever pulled one out of their bag and you're like, oh, I'll trade you this for that.
Never seen this in my life.
Yeah, they didn't have Dunkaroos. They had what they had, the little snack packs with the pretzels and the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
They had them.
You guys had better food than us. We had the same chalupa. the same chalupa every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, and then they gave us a little chocolate milk to drink alongside with it. What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that?
Well, no, we meant like stuff that you brought from home. The parents
snacks.
Snacks.
Fruit by the foot and something's a little treat. A little bag of Oreos.
Look, I had a different kind of hustle. Okay, I would go to Vaughn's, grab me a 30 candy bar little box.
How old were you?
And sell them 11, 12, and then I did it for
Daniel, I'm talking about when you were getting bag lunches and you would go to school with the bag lunch.
See, what I'm saying is I never had that, because we were poor.
Oh, man.
And so I had to save up whatever money I got to buy the box, because that box, if I sold the whole box, I hustled the candy, dog. And school's taken it away from me a few times.
Man, you got to the school and the administration said,
"Yup,
your poverty offends me."
Jesus.
And who knows where that money is used for? You guys got to check in on that, because all the money they confiscate, where does it go?
Oh, we're not going to check in on that. Maggie Rogers is going to check in on that.
Where does that money go?
We're going to review rap albums from the past.
Probably. I was in fucking Latino Student Union. We never spoke about the corruption in high school, in our high school political system. We never talked about that.
Listen, Shah's coming, as you know. You're
Shah's coming. Daniel,
coming.
He's a legendary man. Shah, he's a mythical man, a fellow Aries, grew up with Moulz, the former class president.
Yeah, listen, they screwed him in the class presidency, but we're going to talk about it all because Shah is coming.
Well, he screwed himself, right? Isn't that how the story goes? Well, he got too cocky?
He did, but there's other elements that maybe some people think it was an outright political hit in general. Which we'll talk about when he comes, but there's a lot of corruption at school. They made a movie about the corruption that took place at my school.
That's true.
Look, I was a part of the journalism squad, okay, along with Hasim and Stelos and Breyer, the scholar.
Okay.
Wow.
All of us in the same class, okay? Shout out, rest in peace, actually, to Miss Coquina. She was the one holding it down, okay? Let me tell you what we used to do.
I guess you could say she had you guys in the Coquina clutch, huh?
See, I understood that. Daniel ain't gonna get that, I don't think.
Look, no, I don't. Check this out. Let me tell you though, Miss Coquino, shout out to her, man. She would let us upload our music to Hot New Hip Hop right when it first started, big boy. I'm talking 2010, okay? I'm talking 2010. Hasim used to record in a headphone set with that had a microphone like an air pilot control. And we was just recording all over Slaughterhouse beats. Okay.
That's gross. That is so nasty.
Okay. And that's where Stelos made our little tag. And,
it's the weed, nigga. That one.
And yeah. And our school actually, they would come up to him and be like, "Oh, you're the dude from the tag." Meaning they never pushed play on a song. They never got past the first verse because Steelo was always on the third. Always on the third.
Yo.
These were the D Prince days.
D Prince days. Oh man, hot new hip hop.
Before you was the biggest bozo. When you was just a little. Chiquito?
Let me tell you something, man. Hot new hip hop was nothing. Okay, they barely had Photoshop at this time. Okay,
still nothing.
Okay,
I'm dying thinking of. They were nothing.
They were okay, but every time I push refresh on our page, it would go from 50 to 190 to bro. We got to 10,000 listens, and we thought to ourselves no one is pushing play on this. That's when we really got hip to the farm game, the streaming farm games. That was what 2009, 2010. Okay, we know about.
So you're saying hot new hip hop had bots going?
Easily. Who was listening to our music in 09, 010? No one. Okay?
Great point.
No one. We made fools of ourselves at that school.
Now see, my numbers was real though. You was there. I was popping in the chats on Facebook. You know what it was. Big Mel was hundreds of downloads on Media Fire. Daggone Box. You remember Box.net? I had it all, man.
Oh my God. And I was out to try to get you at that time, man. I was trying to.
You was, but I was being bougie. shy because you know how I am. I duck and dodge.
Let's be honest. You were running a sloppy shop, Daniel.
Absolutely, 100%.
You were running a sloppy shop, and I mean, the only reason I did a whole project with you was because I was in my bag at the time, where I'm like, I'm gonna do a project with everybody. If I could do a project with the guy who's living out on the street right now, I'll do it. Like, I was trying to be the guy that did the most projects, and not just by myself, but like, if anyone raps, I'll produce a whole album for you. You know, like, anyone produces, I'll rap on all your beats. Like, fuck it. Like, let's go. And that was why I worked with you.
I was trash from 2008 to 2017. So I get it.
You know, but at the time it was like, who am I to say I'm better than anyone? Let's just make music. Who cares if it's not the best stuff we've ever made, you know?
True. I'm getting PT.
I was on, but I was the man. I'm looking at the downloads right now. Women's The Beat Tape, 729 downloads. Kids, that's back when we wasn't streaming. You had to download a zip folder and extract it. That's how I had 729 people willing to download something that could have been a virus for the boy. Okay, that's how poppin' I was.
I made a record for my first girlfriend ever over a Melvin Birch.
You talking
sample.
about This Life of Love?
No, I'm talking about something after called Donuts. Okay, it was called
that's
Donuts.
That's not you. That's Dilla.
It was called Donuts, and I don't know why it was called that.
Okay.
Fuck that song, and fuck you for putting it out. To be honest with you, because that song is scary to me. I push play on that. I push play on that now, and I'm that can go on the Rab compilation tape.
Collaboration. Listen, the Rab collaboration is coming soon. It's a Patreon exclusive, and it's all the worst stuff because we only play our bad stuff on here. You know. It's coming soon.
Mel, speaking of which, I dug up something from...
What'd I tell you about digging?
I think this is 2015, maybe 2016.
Okay.
And we got to play it.
Folks, if you don't know, this is track 2 of This 2 Triumph, but we in the building with family, you know, so we catching up as we do, you know?
This is really more. This is for Daniel more than anyone right now, since he's here.
He's here. You know, we chilling real quick. It's kind of like part 1. Did you make it through part 1, folks? All right, okay. Well, this is a mini part 1. We you know what it is.
At this point in the review, you should know how we feel about this album so far. We need a break. All right, we all need a break. You need a break.
We need a break. They said, well, it doesn't make sense, Moulz Mel. Daniel, you gonna make the double album review longer? Yes, for our own sanity. Yes,
because this is what we do.
I mean, yeah, it is. I don't know whose voice that was. You just did. Did you send this thing to me? That you
I did.
Supposedly got. Okay, let me see. The aftertaste of these Dunkaroos is not good.
I don't even want to taste those, bro. Like, I'm still looking at the picture. I have it pulled up right now. Like, this is gross.
I was telling Moulz off air that the icing, not that I particularly know, but it tastes what I imagine, like, what's the word? Coagulated sperm would taste like. You know, like, is that the word?
You know, I'm gonna say
congealed. No, solid or semi-solid state. That might be it. Cause it's semi-solid. It's a solid. It's a cream. What's the other word you said?
Funny enough, that plays well into what I had just sent you, Mo.
Oh dear. What was you saying, Daniel? While I load this thing.
You know, there was a version of this. I just don't remember the name of it. It's a similar thing. It's pretty much just frosting. Right,
like a cookie that you dip in frosting.
That you dip in frosting, yeah. But there must be like a West Coast version of this.
There is a similar version of it. I know what you're
talking about. There are like these. I know Oreo makes kind of like Oreo. It's like the cream is like what you dunk it in, and it's like they're just plain Oreo cookies.
They late to the game. That's big cookie stuff. Trying to get rid of small businesses. Okay.
I'm big capping. I used to eat Dunkaroos all the time. But see, check this out. This was okay. Look, but this isn't there. I posted it in the chat. This is how I know them to look like. Not, you know.
Oh, got it. When they was kangaroos.
When it was weird.
They used to be kangaroos. Now they're like coins, right, Mel?
Yeah, they're coins.
Okay, see,
and I'm
that's
telling
how
you, the sauce used to be different. The new sauce just doesn't hit like the old sauce.
Well, maybe at the factory, the person who's pumping the sperm out, their diet's different. You know, we gotta get the original guy back. Oh man, listen, I don't want to hear any complaints, by the way, about sperm mentions, because these Wu-Tangers talk about sperm all the time for no good reason.
Too much, right? Actually.
Too much.
Way too much. Okay.
Thank you. I've been saying it.
Listen, we as a podcast, we never really talked about cum until this season.
Don't say that word. Don't say that word.
It's everywhere.
Please.
It's everywhere.
I know. That's why we don't need to say it. Listen, that's a word I will never allow to be normalized. Okay? Keep that on the sites that it belongs on. Don't be running around saying that. I don't want to hear that in schools. You know? I don't want to hear that. Please. And it's I'm not gonna, I know what it is. It's like even worse cousin. I'm not gonna say it.
We're not saying that.
Not saying it. It rhymes with gummies, folks. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna play this thing. What is this? The Diary of a Homeless Dairy. What?
Fiend.
Oh, the ND got cut off. Okay. It's a dairy fi. All right. This is produced by Storm Watkins.
My homie.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I want to talk about a serious topic. Homelessness. I'm going to tell you about this experience that I had with this gentleman who may be invisible to some, but not to me.
What?
I saw you outside the Walgreens. I saw you outside the Walgreens. He said, "Sir, can you give me some change?" I said, "Hell no, I can't give you some change, but I could buy you some food. I could buy you some drink. What you want, dog? Really, what the fuck do you think?" He's like, "Can you get me a milk? Just a little milk with a red cap, whole milk. I just want some milk."
This is
I'm
hard.
like, "Bet. When I go inside, I'ma get you that milk. I'ma buy that shit for you, and it's all in good health." So I stood online for a minute, then I bought him his milk. When I brought it outside, this guy was like, "What the hell? I knew you would fuck that up. I knew you would fuck that up. I just knew you would fuck that up. How the fuck did you fuck that up?" I'm like, "Dude, what's the problem?" He's like, "Yo, look at this. It's a big ass jug of milk. What, are you trying to make me sick?" I'm like, "Just drink a little and throw it away." He's like, "No way, Jose." I'm like, "Okay, what do you want me to do now?" He said, "Return it." I said, "Return it?" He said, "Yeah, and the receipt, you better burn it." I'm like, "Just drink a little bit of this milk. It's not that big of a deal." He's like, "No, I don't want to get diarrhea." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because if you try rhea, then you know that you had diarrhea." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Just drink a little bit of the milk, or I'll put it into a cup for you. And he's like, "No, I don't want that shit. Get the fuck away from me." I'm like, "Do you want milk or not?" He's like, "No, stay the fuck away from me. You fucked it all up. You should be ashamed. I'm homeless and you are insane." I'm like, okay, I'ma go away. Take my milk, return that shit, and get my help. Get some food on the way back home, but not before I melt a little bit of chocolate in my hand and smear it on his face, so it looked like he shit himself and then fell on his face. Stupid ass. So stupid ass. Why you turn down this milk? You You ain't got stupid cash. Sorry for disrespecting you, but I just wanna let you know that I respected you. And you threw it all away. You don't care about milk, I don't care what the fuck you say. You don't love milk, and I don't either, cause I'm lactose intolerant, and it makes me feel like Lever 2000 getting clean. And we always smoke that green, and we always smoke that green. Let's go. Everyone out there in the struggle, if I bring you some milk, you better huddle. Drink that shit, pass it all around, because Lamu is here, the milkman is in town. Lamu, Lamu, Lamu the milkman.
Hey man,
That was for Daniel.
hey, that was hard. That was hard.
I
Listen,
like that.
my credibility's already shot, so I'm gonna just say it. That's an 8.
Wow.
Where's that static coming from? Was that from the record?
That was the track. That was the end of the
Damn,
track.
that shit sounds vintage as hell. That shit's already it's aging like a fine wine, I gotta say. Listen,
It's
I
not
know we don't
aging like milk. That's for sure.
I gotta say, that's a true story, by the way.
I figured it was.
But it's not that. The guy asked me for some milk, whole milk, so I went and got it. But all they didn't have the small personal size bottles. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just buy him like this jug of milk.
And he was mad.
He was mad that I bought the jug of milk, and I explained to him, you don't have to drink it all. You could just have a little bit and then throw it away. And he was upset, and he was like, are you trying to make me sick? All this stuff. And then I'm like, what do you want me to do? And he was just like, return it. And I'm like, get away. Like we're done here. Like, you fucked it up. And that was it. That was the real story. But then I went home and did that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You never know what I'll dig up in my Jesse gave something a 10. I think we play the message in part 1 this episode. So I was like digging through my old like folder of demos and freestyles, and I was trying to see if there was anything as inspired as that. And I was like, you know what? This is fucking weird. I gotta play this.
You know what? You know what? F it. I'm playing grocery store.
Oh, yes.
I'm not gonna be showing up like this. Here we go.
Listen, no, grocery stores. This is classic.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you ever stand in line at the supermarket and be taking forever? I was at Food for Less. I was trying to buy me some food for less. This took forever. I was like, you see me with this cheddar, this sharp, stank in my cart. If you don't move, I'ma kick you out this mart. Got the chopper in my pants, pull it out, then all over these aisles. You don't wanna pile of these bodies in the back and the front. It's self-checkout over there, you punk, go use it. Then the told me, hey, you gotta stop being belligerent in the store. I said, I got the money and I know you need some more. Why these in the line? Move. Why these in the line? Move. 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 Then they try to tell me, hey, where's your receipt? I said, I'll never need no receipt. I was just here 5 seconds ago. You was just servicing me. How you trying to act like I ain't buy no food? But this is about that dude that was in front. He had some dog food and he had some cat food. I was like, how you got 2 pets? Get out the store. I'm about to be next. This dude spent $355, $500, $800, and I was like, finna holler like, if this don't move, I got an appointment, gotta be at school. I was just here for some deodorant because I left it and I ain't put it on before I left the house. And Clarissa is over there, and if she smell how I be smelling, there ain't no telling what's gonna happen. She could be like, Melvin, you stank. That's why you ain't got no baby by me. And I was like, kick me in your mouth. Talking about this. What you saying? Man, my baby got babies. Man, I don't even care care about no lady. So I said, no, I'm gonna suck me some. I walked out, took him to the bathroom, drowned in my throat. Me, I walked out there. What? On my face, they said, remember what happened to you? I said, I'm just gay.
And now we're going to proceed to tell you what we think about the song Triumph by the Wu-Tang Clan, widely considered one of the greatest posse cuts in hip-hop history. And remember, when you hear these ratings, you just heard the two people rap. So if your question is, oh, what kind of rating is that? Oh, what do you think? You could do any better? Oh, you think you could do better? Yeah. Duh. Okay, so track 2, disc 2. Or
Track 2, disc 2, Triumph, featuring Capadonna, produced by RZA.
at this point, do we need featuring Capadonna? Are they just going to let him in the group already? He's the next album we're doing.
They eventually did, according to Wikipedia.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Sick of what?
I'm sick of his name being included as a feature. Just fucking throw him in. Just throw him
Just
in.
let him be in the group.
Just throw him
He
in.
probably would have been in the group. He was just in jail. So it's like he was always in the group.
So, are they taking his splits or not?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's going on? Just let him be part of the group already.
Actually, you guy was the one who raised a fuss about his splits eventually, and they ended up having. I was on Wikipedia last night. They did an album where they just went by Wu-Tang instead of Wu-Tang Clan because there was like, we not the full clan without you guy, because you guy was beefing with RZA at the time over some money stuff.
I think you're still basically the full clan.
It's the full clan. It's the full clan.
Well, listen, this is the time before Capadonna was an official member, so he's listed as a feature. And if you know anything about returning guests on this show, you know we're not going to go through no rating system because they know the rating system already. If this is, by God, if this is the first you've ever heard of our show, I apologize. But the rating system is available at raprankings.com if you want to know what these following numbers mean. Yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Fuck it.
Okay.
I think I probably have the highest rating. Maybe not, though.
All right.
8-.
Okay. That's what that is. That 8-. You
Go-
like it a lot.
Go ahead, Melvin.
Oh man. I
I
don't
like
know
it
how
a lot.
controversial this is
I
gonna
like
be.
it. I like it a lot. Just bordering on just liking it.
Okay. Well, right. That minus, so man, I'm sorry to do this. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm never sorry to the people,
Mel, who
the
cares?
listeners. No, I know who cares, but like, I'm sorry to. No, I'm not. What am I? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. This is how I feel. Flat 6.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Daniel?
Ooh. This is in the top 10 best Wu-Tang songs of all time.
I disagree, but okay.
For me. So I'm giving this a 9.
Oh, okay. So you had the highest
Wow.
rating after all.
Wow.
This is the song. So check this out, man. When you guys were doing this season, it was a moment for me too, because like my knowledge of Wu-Tang isn't as extensive as it should be, considering what music I like and just, acknowledging the legacy and how much of fucking legends these guys are. And so let's say the past 4 years, I've been slowly like digging into what's been going on, the whole splits thing I joked about. Like, I just been doing research. And so this season kind of really forced me to sit down and kind of take a similar path that you guys are with, like, really going back and listening to all these albums. So I'm kind of going in with fresh ears like Melvin. But I do know, like, the classics, right? Like, Cream is fucking classic. Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With is classic. Old Dirty Bastard's really my favorite out of all of them, but that's just
Okay.
That's where all the raps like really go for me. Whenever he gets on the mic, rest in peace.
A lot of those beats too are like, I think a little more West Coast, honestly.
Yeah. So when it comes to this track, following your guys' order, at this point of the album, I mean, Did you guys have a discussion about how to rate this? Like, being that it's a double album kind of situation?
We'll do it like we did the Pac album, where like it'll, there won't be like two separate album ratings. It's one 27-track album.
Yeah, this is brutal to get through. Like whole heart, like
Top,
all the way
front
through
to back. Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
but they broke it up in the most perfect ways to me. I thought that.
What do you mean?
I think they're two equal halves to the same concept. So I think they all showed up. They all sounded like more energy compared to the solo albums, the solo endeavors. So far for me.
Okay.
So
well, I mean, at this point in the show, I think we've most likely already talked about my biggest issue with this album, other than the fact that it's way too long and there's some stuff that really doesn't need to be here. Like, no one's even rapping on these songs, per se. The production on this album, compared to the production we had been getting up until this point, feels like a bit of a turning point here for me, production-wise.
in a good way?
No, in a bad way.
Oh.
In the sense that RZA, at the helm of the majority of the album, was a winning formula, starting with the debut, going all the way up to last week's album, Iron Man. And there feels like a distinct difference in the quality of the beats now.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wrote in my notes. This beat was kicking RZA's ass, and so he's had that theme for me ever since I've heard him rap, bro. I don't know how Melvin loves this guy. I don't.
Well, I hear that that's the narrative about him, that he be slipping and sliding. This was actually the first time this season where I felt like the beat was whooping his ass, as you said, which was crazy. Because here's the thing about the beat. I like this beat a lot.
Me too. In fact, so far in this review, I've only given one song higher than a 7.
Okay.
So the beats are not really impressing me. To get into that 8 territory, I gotta love the rapping and the beats, right?
Yeah.
But other than one track on disc 1, this is our first 8 again, in the sense that, like, the production feels inspired in a way that it hasn't since track 2 on disc 1 for me.
I just wish, I mean, as you know, this whole season I've been giving RZA a lot of grief about his production, because when he's on, he's on. But I don't think he's on as much as people say he's on. This is an instance where he's on. He's very on. I mean, this...
And I love that...
There's like vocal oohs in
boom,
there.
Boom, boom, boom,
there's
boom,
like chimes
boom, boom.
or
Those
keys or harp or something. It's like
sort of aggressive, dramatic sort of violins in there. You know, the orchestral sort of feel.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, you know,
and
Inspector Deca comes through with the fucking dick swanging, abomatomically, Socrates, philosophies and
hypotheses.
The greatest, some of the greatest ill nothings verse. Okay,
absolutely.
You said it because I wrote down it's ill nothings.
The whole song is Mel, ill nothings, man.
Mel, you don't like. I don't understand. Can ill nothings be good?
Yes,
it can be good.
Yes,
it can be good.
I mean, they're ill nothings after all, you know?
This is an example of an ill nothing great verse.
And it's you know, it's people at this point, they do the whole, you know, the parody of, you know, the sort of rapidy rapper.
Yeah, this is very much, you know, like that lyrical mirror, abomatomically Socrates, philosophies and hypotheses. And lyrically perform arm robbery.
But the thing is,
know?
This is Wu-Tang. That's very much all in their lexicon. Bombatomically, Socrates, philosophy,
lexicon, yes, but I feel like they all deploy it in different ways. Like Inspector Deck, there's a song, I already forgot, like we just did it like an album or two ago, where he was like, I was saying he was teetering on that, like, you know, that real hippity hop territory, but it was good. I liked it. Right. This is an instance where it's not that I dislike it, but it feels a little
it's considered widely. This is considered widely to be the best verse on the song. I don't agree.
I was seeing that.
I'm
I
going.
disagree.
It's second to Method Man. I love Method Man's verse.
Me too. Listen, Method Man's showmanship, his delivery, that what the blood clot, we smoke pot, like just how he stops, he inhales, the way he does that.
He already got me when he said into the fire, transform into Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, a six-pack in a streetcar named Desire.
Bro,
got my back in the line of fire, holding back.
I've been in my car with a 6-pack thinking the same thing. 88 in the Prius. It's not a streetcar named Desire. It's a streetcar named the Prius.
At this point, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. I'm a super Method Man fan. If his albums were as good as Ghostface albums, solo albums, he would be my number one guy in the Wu-Tang Clan. But no one had the album consistency, album to album on the solo tip like Ghostface. So and speaking of Ghostface, I think he comes in, he's one of my favorites on this song. They got him.
You gotta, to really, I think, discuss this Ghostface verse, you have to really acknowledge what comes before, because Master Killer is on his anatomical rapper thing, getting real technical and surgical, which makes Ghostface Killer's opening line hilarious.
fuck that yeah. So
that was hilarious.
I've actually always personally I've preferred Ghostface and especially Method Man on this song over Deck. RZA on here. I mean, he's
the same RZA we've been getting, but for some reason, I feel like on this track I'm hearing what other people, I guess, hear in RZA. Because I've been singing his praises as a rapper all season. He's one of my favorites. I like this guy. He's funny. He can get bars off. Here it sounds like, did this dude just start rapping a month ago? It's it was, and it's just maybe he was feeling himself too much at this point. I don't know. Moulz, you have to tell me historically, where does this fall in the timeline? Was he starting to drift off into artsy-fartsy land?
Yes and no. Not to the extent that he would when he would come back from doing the Kill Bill stuff.
Okay. Well,
at that point, he is fully entrenched in it. But you hear the difference. I mean, you don't have to ask me at this point, Mel. You've heard the last 6 albums before we got to this.
I'm asking because I'm maybe I'm just imagining things because I haven't been enjoying this album so far.
Right. Well, think about this, right? We did to Cal 2000 on Patreon. There were 3 RZA beats on there, I think.
Something like that.
They're still RZA-esque. I mean, I don't think he really changed fully until 8 Diagrams. That's where the change calcifies almost, where it'll never be the same again after that.
I mean,
but there's still some stuff on the W, there's some stuff on Iron Flag. Again, he still continues after this to contribute to solo albums, just not to the extent he had previously. So he's not done, but cracks are beginning to show at this point.
I'm just concerned because I've been give or take production wise on him all season, but now cracks are showing in the raps, which worries me because he's been top 3 rappers in Wu-Tang
right.
so
and as
far.
As
crazy
the production
as
goes, for me personally, he's been on a near perfect production run from the beginning, and he's only gotten better with the last 3 albums we did, being Cuban Links, Liquid Swords, and Iron Man. I mean, coming off that streak, Liquid Swords, Cuban Links, and Iron Man, or Cuban Links, Liquid Swords, and Iron Man, that's an insane streak, production-wise, to be on, and then to give us this, which is, chronologically, that's where everything falls.
Melvin, do you ever connect with anything that any of the Wu members have ever said? A line that takes you back to that moment in time, because it's instances like this song where it's long formed for me. It's a long ass song, clocking in at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
Well, it's a posse cut. Every member's on.
Of course. So to highlight Ghostface Killer, because that's my 3rd favorite verse on this. By this time, I'm kind of running out of energy. Okay, but he brings me back in. You guys kind of moved on from it. The yo, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you,
it's a wake up.
It wakes you up, and it took me back to 2015 when we were in a nice studio with the homies, and Briar the Scholar straight up said, like, my beats was playing, and everyone's, you know, that Jay-Z gif, the one where he's like bobbing his head, kinda, and like it's not hard, but it's like your homie, so like you're just nodding your head so that that he could feel good about himself. We're in the studio, I'm bumping 2015 beats, and my homies looked back at me and roasted me so hard that I started crying in the studio, a grown man, 22 years old.
Oh my God.
And so I ask you, Melvin, do you connect with anything that these guys are saying? Because these guys said this in 97, right? 97, 98. He's able to take me to like 2015, and he did this in 97, dog. So like, I don't know. Have you with, because you gave this a 6, big dog. Like, there's nothing worth of value here that you could take.
Yeah, no, there is. If you're talking individual lines in this song that spark some sort of visceral reaction or make me remember a moment in my life. What can I say? Well, let me go to my favorite verse, which is Master Killer's verse. That's my favorite verse.
Okay, because I was going to give you, I thought your favorite verse was going to be this guy who said, perpendicular to the square, we stand bold like flare, ill nothings.
Well, just to touch on that real quick. RZA, when he said, you were there for the Macklemore review, Daniel. He sounded like Macklemore a little bit in this verse, and that's not a good thing. When he was talking, that part about the flare, the way he said it was very Macklemore. It was like, what do you say? Perpendicular to the square, we stand bold like flare. Like, you know how Macklemore be rapping, okay?
But that sounded good the way you said it.
He was sounding like Macklemore. There was one part of the RZA verse that gave me RZA energy I've been getting all season.
I'm just confused at the rating because you like the beat here. What was wrong?
You know
with the
what?
song?
Every member doesn't bring it.
No, yeah,
and I feel like had this been isolated to a select few members, right, this would have got over.
Would you have kept? You would have kept the RZA verse?
No.
Okay, because he said
got rid of the RZA verse.
Make you feel like you bust a nut from raw sex. You don't know that feeling. You don't connect. So you gave the song a 6. I get it.
Stop.
I get it.
Stop it.
I fucking get it.
I don't know if you heard, but I won't be Virgin Mel much longer. Okay, I'm actively working on it now. Okay, you should be proud of me. All right. Now,
I've been trying to buy a shirt for 4 weeks.
There's supply chain issues in America right now. There's nothing I can do about it,
folks,
unless you want me to print the shirts on bad quality t-shirts, and I'm not willing to do that.
I could get
Rap Rankings merch sponsored by Teespring. Right now, they dealing with things.
I could get it. Right, I could get a small. You just gonna have to face the pictures.
Gonna have this guy in there looking like Ralphus.
Who?
Chris Jericho's old manager from WCW.
Ralphus?
Look him up.
Chris, let me see. I don't even know if I spelled this.
Chris Jericho.
Okay, Ralphus. It's like Ralphus. Okay. Damn, okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat.
Put that in the chat because I'm typing right here, Ralph. If we're lucky, that'll be that way. If we're lucky, I'll look like that.
Okay. All right.
Your favorite verse? Your favorite verse is who again?
It's Master Killer. But I just wanted to say before I get there,
Jesus Christ.
When RZA, there's one moment in his verse that I like where it's kind of what's the term? Is it like staccato or something? Where like he flows to the beat so rigidly. It's like enter through your right ventricle, clog up your like the way he raps that one line to the beat was dope. And that was the highlight of the verse to me.
If Mel doesn't like Triumph, I can only imagine what the ratings on this album are.
Well, the audience knows so far how it's been going, so they know. But we ain't
We're
got
recording this before we actually do the review.
Nice.
So, yeah, Master Killer. Let me see. Is there any line in here that is like kind of fits what you're describing, Daniel? I don't think so. This is just purely from a purely rap perspective and technique and rapsmanship, I guess.
Master Killer is saying some crazy shit though. He is saying
I love his style of rap.
He's nice.
He's saying from the mind that travels in rhyme form, giving sight to the blind, the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum.
That
like he's
line
saying some shit.
That's a standout line because you could look at it as very head ass, but sometimes head ass statements are true. Like the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. Now you would have like Dusty's using that. It's probably in YouTube comments, like talking about hashtag mumble rappers and like, things like that. But, they kind of have a point sometimes with things, it's just, so that line's a standout. But it doesn't have any like personal significance for me. I just like the way it seems like all of his verses, he sets a stage and fills it with these
ill nothings.
It's almost like like it's a first person perspective, but it's like very him outside of himself describing the situation. It's like, I guess it is kind of like, it's a mixture with this guy. It's always like he's talking about the things he's gonna do as a rapper and like things in his crew, but also it's almost like he's an observer. It's like the track renders helpless and suffers from multiple stab wounds and weak sounds. It's heard 93 million miles away. Is a gathering of the masses come to pay respect to the Wu-Tang Clan as we engage in battle. It's almost kind of literary. Like it just
he's like, to me, if you look at like the utility of each guy within the lens or through the lens of Wu-Tang and all that sort of mythology and stuff, he's like a high-level swordsman. Like, he's the guy that's going on the battlefield. Like, he's one of the 7 samurai. You know what I mean?
With, like, the ancient techniques and, like, the mysticism. It's like, when he says something like, the High Chief Jamal takes the stage, it's like, that doesn't read like a rap line. And when he raps, it doesn't sound like a rap line. He's rapping, but it sounds as if he's writing a book.
Right.
I
think that Jizza and Raekwon are just kind of here on this one.
Unfortunately, Jizza is just kind of here. I mean, he has a very short verse.
Yeah, he has one of the shortest.
Like an 8 bar or something.
Yeah,
not even that. I think it's like a 4 bar.
Yeah.
But like ODB is the only person technically with less presence on the track. And he makes more of an impression.
Yes.
Just with the, what you thought you wasn't going to see me? I'm the Osiris of this shit. Wu-Tang is here forever.
Motherfuckers. Yeah.
Well, I have something about this because like he pops in the middle. Saga continues. Wu-Tang. Daniel, while you're here, that reminds me of Briar at the end of that video. Misconduct, high life. Same energy. But the thing, I found an explanation because I was like, man, why doesn't he have a verse? I like Old Dirty rapping. Method Man was talking about this record. He said, Deck went first, killed it. I went in and did my verse. It was the same order as far as recording Protect Your Neck. Nobody was moved around. As far as Old Dirty goes, once we hit Cali, you couldn't find that nigga. When we got him in the studio, we tried to throw him in as much shit as we could. So basically, he just wasn't around. He was off being Old Dirty somewhere, presumably in LA or something. So that's probably why he doesn't have a verse. So that's unfortunate because, I mean, I don't know if he could have saved the song. I mean, let me just tell you who we could have went without. Okay, we didn't need a Raekwon verse. I hate to say this, but we didn't need a Ghostface verse.
Wait, what?
Although he came in very strong. I love the way he came in.
No,
but
just stop.
The verse wasn't needed.
Just stop, Mel.
Keep Master Killer. Keep Jizza. Get rid of RZA.
Wait, keep Jizza?
Keep You Got.
Why keep Jizza? He barely does anything.
Because he's going to do more when we get rid of these other people. I'm fantasy booking. Let me fantasy book. Keep You Got.
You Got and get rid of Ghostface?
This
You God's verse was straight.
This fantasy roster you just let what?
What is this?
This is not good.
Capadonna, he can stay. Capadonna,
no, just stop. No one wants to hear this anymore. You're not.
What?
You're not,
I gotta explain why this song's
Wu.
a 6 to me. It's because some of these.
Wu.
I'm not Wu. We know this by now.
Melvin.
And some of these members didn't need to be on the record.
My music, Sicily, rich California smell, an axe kill adventure, pick a paint a picture
At
well.
first, I was like, what is this man talking about? This you guy. But then I was like, because listen, I've been having trouble all season with these Wu-Tang members rapping in code. And it seems that, no coincidence, my favorite Wu-Tang members are the ones that are the least Navajo. Okay, they're not doing a lot of code talking.
You
Method
just
Man,
said cut. You just said
Jizza.
cut Ghostface and keep you God. I don't want to hear from you anymore.
because you guys said Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, what did he say about Mortal Kombat, by the way?
Toon
Okay,
spit
fair-
the
fair
shitty
point,
Mortal
fair point,
Kombat
because-
sound, man.
Yeah, and I took offense to that. He had the nerve to bring MK into his code talking verse and
Listen,
said they sound
you
shitty.
know,
The MK sounds are great.
You're not valid.
As a matter of fact,
You're just not valid.
No,
That's
no,
the problem.
no, I'm not
Number
valid.
one, Melvin is not Mortal Kombat. I'm Mortal Kombat. Okay,
You are not Mortal
Oh
Kombat.
my god, this guy's a fucking
You are
bum.
not Mortal
This guy
Kombat.
ran away from a challenge for at least 3-4 years. This
This
boy
is
Melvin on a
why are you making stuff
Oh
up?
my god. Okay.
You're
You
like-
want to talk about
are
running
you-
away from challenges, Daniel? You've been running away from my Smash Brothers smoke for how long now?
Look,
And I
Let's
got the
talk about
switchy-
Daniel running from
I got
smoke. You
the
ran from
switchy-
LJ. You ran from Moulz.
Listen, Daniel, I got the switchy right here. What's good?
yeah, man. You know, I don't even turn that on no more.
Oh my god.
Listen, you hear these sounds?
Fatality, flawless victory, fight.
Yeah, they do sound kind of shitty.
I
But
hear-
it was the mid '90s,
No,
but the sounds is good.
Here's what
okay?
I'm hearing in my head. You God closed the verse so eloquently. I sing a song from Sing Sing, sipping on ginseng, righteous wax chaperone, rotating ring kings. Melvin, you don't get it?
Melvin,
That's
it's a
baller
posse
shit.
cut
Oh my God.
With the
It's
entire Wu-Tang
No,
Clan.
I said to keep you guys verse,
you
Daniel.
don't cut anybody. It's everybody's involved.
Nah, everybody doesn't need. I tell y'all this about Migos too. We don't need every member of Migo rapping on the
No,
song.
just for the
Sometimes
first
just
time,
need
we
one or
want to
two.
hear everyone on the same track.
Yeah, I
all
get
on
it.
the
It's
same
the
page.
triumph, right? They're back. It's the Wu-Tang sophomore album. Hey, the
You
big
know,
party. Here we go.
I
They're
wanna-
back. The boys are back in town. No, we don't need them all.
I wanted to
I
come on.
do have a complaint though.
Go
I
ahead.
do have a complaint. Why is this track 2 on disc 2? Why isn't the track 1 and track 2 from disc 2 track 1 and track 2 for disc 1 and vice versa?
I was gonna say it was either this song or Reunited, man. I think they got the job done for that one.
Oh, listen, if we already did that by now, I give that a 8- too. So
Yeah, they did.
I'm
they
a fan
got
of
their
that record too.
They got
But
their.
it's still, to open the album, I think it's better to open the album, RZA talking about this album and then going right into Triumph, and you could have did Reunited on disc 2, and you could have done that. It just took over me on disc 2 instead. Why do we put disc 1 in the changer, and the first thing we hear is just took over me?
I get it. It's cause
See, now
it's-
you fantasy booking. No, we don't want to hear
it's
that.
'cause
They
it's-
gave it to us how they wanted us to
I'm
give it to
Wu.
us, okay?
I'm wearing a Wu-Tang
You're not
Clan
Wu.
shirt right now.
Wu-Tang motherfucker.
It's Wu, motherfucker.
Woohoo! That's hard. They had to come out
on.
with that. They came out with that. That's hard. That's real rap.
Mel ain't Wu.
That's
know
real
about
rap.
him.
The difference between you guys, Code Talk, and Ghostface and Raekwon is you guys made it sound what is it? Okay, no, it's a matter of he mixed it with meat and potatoes rap and poetry. So the code wasn't 100% code. It
Melvin.
was cut with some other stuff.
Melvin.
That's why his verse can stay.
Melvin, guess what?
Okay.
So-
Olympic torch flaming, we burn so sweet the throw of victory.
What did he make?
The agony,
What
the
did he-
victory, the agony of defeat.
What did he mix with?
You mixed with Ray, right?
No. What did he mix with? You just said he mixed with what? A can of ravioli, right? So did you. So did you. But you weren't rapping these bars, boy.
You know what? We know about Mel, why he didn't like that Ghostface, Daniel. He doesn't know about that Sazone season, these degrees.
Melvin just learned how to turn on the stove 2 years ago.
You know what? Ghostface, great time to mention this because Jesse put it in the chat, in the rap chat. And Ghostface has addressed people saying that they don't know what he's talking about. Apparently he knows he be talking in code. And he said, whatever, you don't question them white artists' from like the Renaissance, and when they throw the paintings up in the galleries, you just say, "Yo, it's art." So why should you treat me any different? I said, you know what? It's a great point.
But
it's
yet you still demand answers.
Because that doesn't mean
verses.
I have to. I don't demand it. He can do whatever he wants. It doesn't mean I have to like it.
Melvin,
but I respect his point.
Let me give you a better breakdown of some of these Ghostface bars for you, okay? Because you don't smoke, so like I get to catch things that maybe you don't. Okay? So dear. He's saying, hold the fuck up, I'll unfasten your wig, bad luck. Right?
No, I get that.
I humiliate, separate the English
from the Dutch.
Okay.
No, I get that.
So, no,
I understood that. I literally wrote in my notes, smoking.
Okay. What
I did. I will screenshot it and show you.
What did that mean? What does that mean? You know it relates to smoking.
He busted something about blunt guts. He busted something open.
Okay. So this song is hard, Melvin. It's better than a 6.
Off of that one line.
What kind of? That's an entendre that like.
He's
talking
cut Ghostface verse off the song and keep you God.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to explain It's Earth 93 million miles from the first rough turbulence, the wave burst split the megahertz? That don't make sense. Mel. That's just rhyming. It's art. It's art, sure, but it's also
you just said
rhyming.
It yourself.
It's just rhyming.
It's a dope verse.
Mean?
He has energy,
what does that mean?
and you love plenty of verses that you don't understand.
No,
including a bunch of these RZA verses. I know you don't understand half the shit he's talking about.
RZA makes sense. It's absurd. That's what makes it good. It's not nonsense. It's absurd. This Raekwon verse is complete nonsense. Okay. I said him and
GZA are the only people that to me really don't make that much of an impression on this record.
Well, here's the thing. Raekwon, much like Ghostface, I love how he comes in, even though I disagree. He picks up where Ghostface left off and said, "Hey, yo, that's amazing." Of course, they speak their own code language. So whatever Ghostface said, of course he thinks it's amazing. That makes sense that he would say, "Hey, yo, that's amazing."
Especially after hearing rough turbulence, the wave burst, split the megahertz. Yo, he's going to say, if you said that in the stew, I'm going to come out and be like, oh, yo, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, because
you're high.
No, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same thing. Hey, and I want to talk about one thing that you mentioned last episode. You mentioned the misconduct, fucking hangout, making a song. Why don't you tell them about the record you made that you made not come out, the Tinder song, the better swipe.
Make that not come out.
The better swipe left song.
Everyone was in agreement
right.
That shouldn't come out.
Nah, the Bozo wasn't. The Biggest Bozo wasn't. That song should have been out, okay?
No.
That's when Tinder Gold was free. You remember?
You're going to make me... Okay, listen, Moulz, I don't even think I ever sent it. Listen, I'll give him a little bit of Swipe. This is Swipe. It was a demo. It was never completed. This is the song that Daniel thinks should be out. Hey, this is misconduct. Hey, 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 ooh, hey, 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 hey,
ooh.
Hey. I'ma swipe right, 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 I'ma swipe right. Try and get right by the end of the night. I'ma swipe left, 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 I'ma swipe left. Yeah, she was really impressed.
Yeah, I just want some pussy. She just wants some free food. She want Disneyland trips. I don't know if she cool. She just hoping now I fall for that to smoke around, take all my cash. On a mission to find a shit. Girl is tripping, her mind is bent. Trying hard.
Okay, that's
and you had the nerve to give Triumph a 6 and say Ghostface verse should have been taken off of the song.
Swipe right is a 5. So what is we talking about?
Because of you.
That wasn't good. That was bad. And that ain't my regular recording. I had to y'all was telling me put stank on it and sauce on it and make it more lit for the kids. Keep in mind, at this time, Moulz, we was in the Made-Em. So I was already not even certain how this was going to come out anyway, because it's like, yeah, I'm appearing as a feature, but I don't sound like this.
We were in the Made-Em when?
When that song was recorded.
Oh, well, then it wasn't recorded when you came out here.
No, it was recorded. No, when we...
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, when I came out there, it was what was this? 20.
We weren't doing the Made-Em when you came out.
Yeah, no,
here.
It wasn't. Yeah,
no, we had already started it. This was, but this was
2016 is when we started it. You came out here in like August of 2015.
No, I came out again. Remember, at the end of 2016, I flew out for like New Year's.
We did it at Paul's house. Yeah, we did it at Paul's house.
Because you recorded Bad Sunday in my apartment. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So, and I was like, we was trying to make a lit record, SoundCloud rap and all that. And I'm, they making me slur my words and everything, talking about swipe right, swipe. And I was only on the hook because I knew I couldn't give a verse because I wasn't rapping at the time.
And because we know about you.
So you're saying that song that you just played is worse than this song, bro? That's
absolutely.
That's 1,000%.
Okay, but he gave it.
It's not even a real. It's not even a song.
He gave it a.
I don't stand by that.
My point for that
just trying to
was like you gave that a 5 and you gave this a 6. Like that song that I told you to play is really a 2. That song that I told you to play is really a 2.
That's more like
you know what I'm saying.
It's a 5.
So it's a 5.
No, it's a 5 because I didn't play the whole song. Everyone got a verse. It was like Triumph. It was the Misconduct version of Triumph, except the song was not a triumph. It was a failure. And it's a 5 because I was like a 2 on that record.
Well, Mel,
but there were verses on there that were good.
Who would you cut from that song?
Yourself.
See, I don't remember all the verses.
Start at yourself.
Myself, number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I would cut myself.
Okay. So now we're a what? A 6 because we cut you out.
Cutting me out might save the song. I don't know.
God damn it, Melvin. I made a commitment on.
So that verse that came up first was a good verse, and you want to keep
Fletch?
Yes.
That you want to keep
Fletch was one of the better verses on the song. I didn't play the whole verse.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
And you didn't hear the concept of the record fully. So
Melvin,
I didn't have.
This ain't about us. This is about Wu-Tang.
I heard. I just want some pussy.
Because we talking about swiping. It's dating apps. You don't know about that because you a husband. We know about you. Okay, you can't comment on this.
Melvin, let me ask you this. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a serious question. You remember that I called when you was down on your luck, and I was the only homie who called and told you that like you're gonna give one of these albums a classic. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've already reached 2 checkpoints already.
I did give one. Have you heard the Liquid Swords review yet?
Yeah, he gave Liquid Swords classic status.
Well, it made it into my record club, so I got one.
Okay,
it's all good.
I have 23 minutes left of that episode. It's been a little long. Okay, so I still gotta. I'm glad. Okay, I'm right then so far, right?
Yeah, you good?
Oh fuck, man! Because this album to me
it's fine.
is
Daniel,
up there.
At this point, if he doesn't like anything else this season, he at least thought one of these albums was a classic.
Right.
I may not buy a Wu-Tang shirt, but I will buy a Jizza shirt.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because you like more songs collectively from Wu-Tang Clan than even the amount of Britney Spears songs you know.
How you know I wore my Britney Spears shirt today? It's shrunk in the dryer, by the way. I'm very upset.
He's the captain, okay? The captain knows things.
The captain of being the Fed. That's surveillance work.
Daniel, can you name 10 Britney Spears songs?
Oops,
off the top of your head.
Oops, I Did It Again. Toxic.
Okay.
You gonna name the same ones I named?
No, not off the top of my head, no. See, but that's how you answer that question, Melvin. Not off the top of my head.
I gave him 10.
No,
it was on the Takal 2000 episode.
No, you typed it up. We heard your click clack. We heard this. Okay, we heard you fucking type.
No, he was literally just making shit up after the 5th or 6th.
That's
song.
what it was.
I made nothing
that was
up.
some bullshit.
Those are all real songs.
Some bullshit, yeah. And what we freed Britney, right? She's gone now.
We did, I think.
She's in the process of being freed, but then will possibly become locked up again.
Yeah, by marriage, right?
That's what I'm hearing.
Melvin, you don't know 10 Britney songs off the top. I'm looking at a list right now. I know 4. Stop playing. Fucking playing with me.
I know 10 Britney songs. If I can include the voice notes my ex sent me, I got 10.
I was gonna say, no, you've named 10 of your songs, Britney. Not 10 Britney songs. Okay?
Right.
Anyway, I gotta take the heat off
Still
myself.
won't buy the
I can
Wu-Tang
feel this. I can feel this slipping. And I know where
I don't
it
like
goes.
this album that much, so there's no heat. It's just.
I just want somebody to look me in the face.
This is one of the highlights of this album. If you don't, this is not a great album to me, but if you don't like this one, I'm scared. That's all.
Look, man, would anyone like to explain Mediterranean, see y'all, the #1 draft pick, tear down the beat god, then delegate the god to see God, the swift chancellor, flex the white gold tarantula, track truck diesel, play the weed god substantiala?
Yeah. I can break that down for you.
No, you can.
So, all right. So when he's talking about Mediterranean Sea, y'all, that's like a bit of a play on words because the Mediterranean Sea, but he's saying see y'all. So he's like, Mediterranean Sea, y'all, the #1 draft pick. You know what that's about, Mel.
Yeah, I know sports.
Tear down the beat, God. He's just saying, yo, I'm going to beat up this beat, dude.
He's calling
delegate the God to see God.
Yes. So like when 5%er shit, Melvin, you're going to call each other that God
I know about
shit.
them. I know how I don't know about them.
And so like, tear the beat
how
down,
is it
God.
Code talk
like
or ill nothings. You just don't understand their religion.
Like he's talking to RZA, you know what I'm saying? Yo, tear the beat down, God, and then delegate to the God. Whoever is going to fucking rap on the beat, he going to make him see God. You feel me?
The Swift Chancellor.
Chancellor of what?
Come on, this is the Wu-Tang, Mel. Come on.
He's not the chancellor.
Flex the white gold tarantula.
That sounds like, what is that, jewelry?
Come on.
Track truck diesel. What is that? He hits the track like a truck?
The track is truck diesel.
Like gas.
Like the beat.
The song is
beat.
gas. Yes.
The beat is fi. Okay?
Then why didn't he say the track is truck diesel? You don't just say track truck diesel, play the weed god.
No, see. That's a level of rap.
He made up a word.
That's a level of rap you haven't tapped into yet. That's a level of rap.
There's not enough for Mel to catch on to what's going on here.
Fucking no Donald Glover on this.
That's been debunked for seasons now. Okay? You keep trying to paint me out as this new age singy boy, and it's not entirely true. Okay?
This man said it's not entirely true.
Because it's partially true, because I always tell the truth.
They keep making me out to be a Nazi, and while that's not entirely true.
False equivalency. You cannot turn me being a Drake lover into being a Nazi. That's as much as the hip hop fans would like that. No. All right.
We know. It's just
we can
once
try.
Again, we know about you. If you couldn't even appreciate Triumph, then you have no triumph. I
appreciate some of the verses on here.
Do you like the song "Oldie" Mel by Odd Futures?
Yeah.
Did everybody bring it lyrically? Everybody held their own on that one to you?
No.
Do I like the song? I don't know. I might just like the video. I might not even like the video. I don't know. It's been a minute. I don't listen to them like that. So
we know about you.
Hey, it's Jasper, not even a rapper.
See, that's who you should be asking. He knows about them. They from the same city.
Daniel, what do you think? Oldie or Triumph?
Triumph 100%. Okay. Melvin's tripping, but Melvin's been tripping. Melvin's always been tripping.
This whole season, right?
This whole season, it's been rough. It's been rough, but here's the thing. You guys have said it for like 4 episodes straight. Who's coming at Melvin for real foul? Okay.
Right. This is all, we bust each other's chops. Mel, we could get, it's like, I don't know why on earth someone would want to cut Ghostface.
Look at him gaslighting me. Okay. No, but people come up to me in the street all the time with rocks and bats and spike stuff, and
that's a Peoria thing. That's just because
it's not Peoria.
No, because what's going on is there's been an epidemic in Peoria. There's some black pill going around. People are taking it and becoming violent.
That's American Horror Story. See, he's an unreliable narrator, an unreliable captain.
I thought it takes place in P-Town. They keep saying P-Town on the show.
No.
I meant to sound clip that, by the way.
Hey, Melvin, I got to let you know a little something. This is the captain's season this year so far. It's been nothing but...
Of course it is, because he knows Wu-Tang.
Nothing but just steering...
I'm wearing my Wu-Tang shirt right now.
Steering the fucking ship, okay?
Thank you. I had to, Daniel, I had to rep... I knew going in we were going to see high tides and waters and waves that we've never seen before with this guy, that Mel was going to try to sink the ship. But you know about me. I'm going to rep for all the real Wu-Tang heads, but at the end of the day, I'm not I'm not here to sugarcoat things. There's some problems on this album, okay?
For sure. Hey, also, we gotta, Melvin, just give it a fucking 6, okay? Not a 7- because you're scared of hip hop. Just give it a fucking 6.
That is not happening.
Give
ever.
it a 6. Stand high on your bridges, okay?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
just fucking
me and Jesse not
Stand
been basically
high
saying
on your
this?
bridges. What kind of Raekwon talk is that?
okay, stand high on that shit. You know, you don't like this
Facts.
shit. You don't fuck with it. You're not rap, okay? My bad. You are rap. You're not rap.
Now you
Okay,
say I'm not rap.
Okay, look, it's okay. It's just fucking high. You know, bridges. Stick to it, and fucking just say it's
That's
a
right.
6.
No, high bridges. Stand on your high bridge.
And it's okay. A 6 is solid. You know.
It's not. It's not solid. It's high.
Solid
Solid is 7. Solid is like, it's solid. It's a 7.
But we can feel the moist come out of the listening device when you say a 7-. Like it's a cop out. It's a cop out in all the scenarios, most of them that you've given a 7-. I challenge you to audit that, okay, and see where that motherfucker goes. You got the car now, right? I think you're able to do that now. Okay, you've done a disservice to some of these albums because you ain't bumping them in the whip. Okay, so you've been giving them the 7- because in all actuality, you haven't tested out the songs in the whip yet. We know about you. Okay, if it's not
Thank
one
you.
thing, it's another.
Exactly. And it's 2 peas in a pod, right?
2 peas, same mistake, same pod. Okay.
What's up, man? Yo, man, talk to me, my man. What's going on out here, man? Everyone's stressing me out.
This is
What's up, man? Yo, man, talk to me, my
Yeah,
man.
he's
What's going
saying
on out
it
here,
again.
man?
He's
Everyone's
saying it
stressing me
again
out.
because it's such an ambush. Both of you,
It's not an
Moulz
ambush.
and Daniel.
It's Triumph.
No,
It's the killer
It's-
bees. You heard about these things. What are they? The new bees. The freaking, what are they? The bees? The new bees? The killer bees.
they don't even know what they are. One song, they're killer bees, then they're swordsmen, then they're drug dealers. It's just-
So you never seen a bee with a sword?
absolutely not.
Man, the other day, I was walking to the store.
He's lying again. There he
I
goes.
saw that fucking bee come out of the flower. I said, what the hell are you doing here, bee? I hope you're not here to sting me. He said, no, I'm just swinging my sword around, man. Just cooling. I said, damn, bee. If we could all get along, humans and animals, bees and everything, we could all be friends. We could all help each other.
The lies
all
that
love
this
each other.
so-called captain tells on these shows.
You know? And the bees said, wait, you the captain? I said, yep, that's me. They said, wow. That's wild. I'm a bee.
Look,
I don't
I will
have
tell
many
you
thoughts.
this much. I will tell you this much to stop his lying. I did see the video for this song because Moulz, you were telling me about it and how it was a big event.
The video was a kind of an event. Yeah, I mean,
The video is money. The video is money.
Absolutely.
you know, the CGI bee. You know.
Oh
flying.
yeah, come on, it's great. Okay, freaking Inspector Deck was like climbing a wall like Spider-Man. I think they shortchanged Method Man on the effects. I wanted his head to catch on fire.
It's
like
because
Ghost
he's
Rider.
the only one during the making of this album that was like, should we just stop and maybe think about what we're doing? And
Well,
they're like, no,
here's the
keep
thing.
rolling, keep moving, keep moving.
So Method Man said, this is what he said. This is what I brought in. He said, Triumph was like all the pressure of the name being bigger than the group and everybody smelling themselves and thinking they were bigger than they really was. You can hear all that on Triumph. By the middle of the album, focus was being lost. I'm speaking for myself, not my crew. My focus was lost by the middle of the album and my heart just wasn't in it like it used to be. I don't regret anything that I did, but I wish I would have been a little more focused on the shit that really mattered at that point in time. I started feeling uncomfortable around the cameras. I started feeling uncomfortable around crowds and in party atmospheres. I just didn't like it. You can get a moment of clarity where you're at your highest point when you're fucked up and you high and something hits you like an epiphany. My epiphany was seeing all these motherfuckers doing the same thing every night in every club and in every video. It became like, what the fuck is this frivolous bullshit? It's like going in the club and knowing what somebody's answer is going to be when you say, what's up, my G? Everything's all good, or it ain't nothing to a player. I did not want to be a part of that shit no more. All I was talking about was smoke this, party that, and all this shit. Is that really what the shit is about? I'm not really about that shit. I want to do something different. I don't want to conform and be the same like the rest of these motherfuckers. Okay? I read that after I rated it. Okay?
you know what's
But
interesting?
if Method... What's that?
he goes on the following year to appear on the DJ Premier produced and Together Now on Limp Bizkit's sophomore album. Then he goes on to do How High with Redman, and then he puts out the fucking Blackout album with Redman, and he puts out to Cal 2000 as well. So like, you know, you've got him still like arguably at the peak of his career when like after the statement is made. I would say like 98 to 01 is definitely like Meth's peak. It feels like, to me at least.
Well, it seems like he distanced himself from Wu-Tang a bit though. You said
Right,
he went and
he
did
did.
the DJ Premier thing. He did the joint with Redman.
He did.
You know, Takal 2000 only has
to that
so many
point,
RZA beats.
Right. We just did Takal 2000. Were there 3-4 RZA beats on there tops?
You know? So, hey.
And minimal Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, it was mainly Street Life and, you know, some of his affiliates.
Yeah, I know about Street Life.
Well, we'll see him on this album coming up.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. I just want to say, too, about this video. Ghostface, I think it's Ghostface kissed that man Raekwon at the end.
They love kissing each other.
He kissed him. It's great. It's great. You gotta love it.
Raekwon on Cuban Links 2 talks about kissing Old Dirty, and that's when he knew what the meaning of love was.
You know? I respect
They're
it.
brothers.
I love it.
You know? It's a real bond. It's a real brotherhood. It's not some, like, boy band shit. It's for real.
No, and I love that about them. It's the same with Misconduct. You know? We was real brothers. We you know? We just sucked. That's all it was. We were better as individual creatives who pooled resources rather than like making songs together, it seemed. We never could get on the same page as far as collaborating with more than maybe 2 or 3 of us at a time, sure.
With no disrespect to Daniel, but there was no RZA.
Right.
There was no RZA, I guess.
Right.
There was no one that was like, listen, this is the deal. You're either, you know, you come to... Really what it should be is you all support each other, but do your own thing, and then you eventually come together and do something together.
You know? Yeah, I think we came to that conclusion, like, probably in 2015, 2016 or something. But by then, we was already getting old and falling off. Bro, I don't want to speak for them. I'm going to be like Method Man. I don't want to speak for my crew. I'll speak for me. I was falling off. I was at the FedEx warehouse crying. So, you know. Yeah. Anyway.
That's when Melvin owed me like $6,000. That's not to put your business out there like that, but it's out there.
I supposedly owe Daniel some money, even though he drug us out on the tour and said all this stuff was gonna happen and it never did. And Styles is crying in the back seat. You know what? I'm not going. You told me that, right? Because I never actually. I was driving, so I couldn't turn around and look. You like leaned over. You was like, "Yo, man." Like, no, we got back to the hotel and you was like, yo, Styles was crying in the back seat, dog. And I was like, oh man, for real? And you was like, yeah.
I don't remember that. Wait. What you trying to put on my homie's name like that?
It had to be you that told me, because you were sitting in the passenger seat and I was driving us back to the hotel and Styles was sitting directly behind me.
Hey, we all was crying on that tour, bro. We didn't sleep. We drove. You lost your license. I lost my debt ran up. You know what I'm saying? Shit was interesting out there. It was interesting.
Well,
we were the Wu-Tang of our time.
And you know, I would say like Rocky Young was Capadonna. You know, Grooms and Katie were like Killer Army, right?
Yeah. Woo! Perfect compare. Rocky Young definitely the Capadonna of Misconduct.
Nah, Baki Bung was definitely fucking what? Street Lights going him. He's him. Not Capadonna.
Kanye?
No. What's his name? Street Light, right?
Oh, Street Life.
Whatever.
Street Life.
Whatever.
Yeah, man. We was dark times. I was just telling Moulz a couple days ago, you know, Rocky says she got married, so it's over for me.
It was,
but you know, it was a little moment where had I pressed the issue, I might have been able to date, you know,
Look, you was on fire. You was on fire, dog. When I
was peaceable.
When we was on tour, when we did that little house show. You know what I'm saying? And we had the punk metal. We had the ska band go on right before us. Okay, screamo band actually. Okay, and they tore the house down for like 15, 20 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? That shit was like a real fucking guitars and guitar smashing and shit. And that's when Melvin had his best reaction. You know what I'm saying? When I introduced him, all the honeys was on him. You know what I'm saying?
I touched a girl that night. I touched her hand. She twirled around. We danced. I was popping. You know. But
then you know we got into business together. I look at the books every year. I look at the numbers and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
You came in too late. Remember, I came to you because my operation was failing. Okay, I wasn't popping no more. And I was trying to get back popping, and you decided, to our benefit, to just take a scorched earth approach. We tore it all down and rebuilt, you know? Because we could have put out. Remember, what is it? What did I call it? Just wait till I glow up. That was gonna be trash. That was
new album would have dropped this year called "Still Waiting."
Oh my god. I did glow up. I did eventually glow up, just not in the way that people expected or wanted. So that's all I got to say about that. You know,
look, we've now found a new venture in rap. We're not going back to that life. You couldn't pay me to get in a car or a van stuffed with a bunch of dudes and drive hours and hours and hours throughout the country to play for 12 people.
It wasn't 12. It was more like 2.
And a dog.
Okay. And a dog.
Did they at least charge the dog a cover? So
the dog got in free.
Fucking beautiful ass lassie dog. What's the lassie dog?
Oh, yeah.
Golden retriever?
Nah, Lassie not a golden retriever. Lassie, the small little beady eyes, the small little beady eyes.
You know, it's a dog.
A rough collie, apparently.
Collie, right?
Okay.
Collie.
I guess. Look, all I know is nobody showed up in Omaha except for Serge Jordan.
Who?
And yeah, man.
Omaha.
Yeah, Omaha.
Call in 718-635-0743. Are you from Omaha? Are you listening right now?
Are you from Omaha? And did you attend the Misconduct Can't Sleep tour stop in Omaha, Nebraska in 2015?
Look, the man who booked the show is in jail. So
what?
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't know what happened. I'm stating a fact that's on public record.
Okay. All right. Well, Jesus Christ. Is there anything else to say about Triumph?
Yeah.
It's a triumph.
This song, I mean, Melvin, you just failed the G test. I mean, you know, I hope so.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. We didn't need all these cooks.
They don't do this. They never do this.
Yeah, they don't do it often.
They should have done it on something else. They should have let this be a few members. The beat was dope. It's just too many weak verses. Okay.
You opting to cut Ghostface verse and keep that flimsy snack-sized, fun-sized Jizza verse is just hypocrisy and lunacy.
Jizza said a lot in a little amount of time, man. 1 million names on walls engraved in plaques, bro.
You're going to be sleeping with the fishes by the time this review is over.
I'm going to be sleeping with something by the time this review is over. I'm on the hunt.
Really quick.
You know what it is?
Really quick. Every time you guys say Tikal, I laugh, but there hasn't been someone who stepped in and said, I thought we were talking Tikal like the beautiful Mayan ruins in Guatemala.
I don't know nothing about that.
Tikal. You know, that's not the same thing, but every time you guys said it, no one's mentioned it yet, but we talked about Mexican tacos, so I just thought about bringing up something that's from my land.
Okay.
Tikal, Guatemala. Fun fact, 9 years old, climbed up all the way up there, had no idea what I was doing, and now I'm scared of heights. And
Nah,
wow.
It was the power of the Wu, bro. The Wu drew you to Tikal.
And that's where I
And
went.
then
know
left
it
you
yet.
stranded there.
You're Wu. You are Wu. That's why. And this season is like the blacklight test. You take the blacklight, you see if anyone's come on their sheets or not.
Yes.
So you run the thing and you'll see if like a Wu-Tang symbol pops up. When we run the blacklight over you, you're valid. The Wu-Tang symbol pops up. Same for me. Same for Jesse. Same for all the guests who have been on this season. We run it over Mel, and all we just see Pop-Tarts and freaking Red Bull when we scan them.
Look, State of the Rankings might be the best episode of this season, if you pay for it. Okay? They need to pay for that. Because that should be at least 6 hours on how hip-hop...
The best thing this season will be the Moulz Mel Halloween special.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Because we know about Mel. He's single-handedly trying to ruin the Wu season. And Moulz
This is not true.
I'm desperately trying to hang on, but as the music becomes more inessential...
You're not desperately trying to hold... Because you would have gave J. Cole Runaway a 7. I'm holding on desperately. You wasn't holding on.
No, because that song is
6.
boring. Because it's boring.
No.
It's a bore.
So in that case,
no.
Melvin, that's not a 7. It's a 6-.
What? Are you trying to make fun of me giving?
No.
You know what? No. We need to talk about how I get teased for ducking when I was in New York and saw graffiti. But when I was 7, 8 years, but Daniel climbed to the top of Tikal, and he developed the phobia.
I want to tell a story.
And he developed the phobia, and we're not gonna make fun of him.
No, because he climbed to the top of Tikal. It was destiny. Okay, but I got a story. You went to New York and ducked. You know what happened to me on my first day in LA?
You got robbed, right?
Someone tried to... No, I didn't get robbed. Someone tried to rob me of my cell phone. On my block. Right at the end of my block. Someone tried to rob me of my cell phone. And I clapped him 3 times in the face. You don't duck. You bomb atomically.
Thank you.
No.
Yes.
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
no.
Yes. Yes, sir.
This dude tried to take my phone. I thought, you're going to have to pry this shit out of my cold, dead hands. Boom. Boom. Got back in the car. Got one more shot on him on the way out.
The fact that you lie so often, they won't even know that that's true. You know,
I don't lie.
You lie all the time on this shit.
I just hear the woo.
It's a disease. It's a brain disease that's infected everyone but Mel.
The thing is, you think it's a lie. I know what you think is a lie, that I saw a bee holding a sword. But
That's a complete lie.
If you're Wu, Daniel, do you ever see bees holding swords? You talk to bees, right?
I don't ever I actually stay away from them because I'm allergic to them.
Wu.
Smart.
You can talk to them.
Smart man.
You can talk to them now.
Okay.
See, he didn't even know that was an ability because it's not. You're gonna get him stung up by some bees.
Look, I'm an
because-
EpiPen guy. You feel me? I have one in the tuck at all times because of those. So.
No, don't worry about it. Listen, just make sure you got it on you. But in case some of them don't have swords and they don't talk, but some of them do. Not every bee is Wu. Some bees are like Mel out here.
Melvin, did you like the Bee movie?
Never saw it.
See,
My bad. My apologies to Jerry Seinfeld.
We
Never saw
know
it.
about him, right?
Fucking know about this fucking Harry Potter fuck. We know about this fucking
Harry Potty.
We know about this fucking guy.
What's with the Harry Potter? Every episode it comes up somehow. This time you brought it up.
I brought it up because it pisses me off how much he brings it up and then denies that it's in his subconscious. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I don't deny that it's in my subconscious. I want to know why it's there because I don't own none of the books.
I know why.
No
I know why. You're a fucking Hermione cuck. You like anything that actress is in. Okay? You like the concept of Hermione. Hermione, we know about you.
I can't.
We know about you.
I can't think about a woman in that term in the more in the sexual zeitgeist, if you will, who has a name Hermione. It's just not a real name. It's not sexy.
And we know about JK, okay? And we
do.
No, we do know about her. I don't claim her.
But you
do though. You keep promoting her biggest property.
All because of Hermione.
What kind of name is that?
That's not good. And Ron Weasley got her, dog.
Weasley.
Hey, don't talk about listen, that's it. I'm debuting Emma Birch. This is a deep cut from 2013. It's a classic. Emma. This goes out to you.
Emma, where you get that day?
No, see, that's too. No, they're gonna have to wait.
What the fuck?
They're gonna have to wait.
You said, where do you get that what?
Ass bay.
Hey. They're gonna have to wait. That's stated rankings. That's stated rankings. You know, because I gotta make sure we gotta get the crowd up a little bit more. Because I want Emma to subscribe and be a patron. You know, because she's gonna hear about us and how we moving.
This guy is a sicko.
This guy's a fucking sick fuck. Sick fucking guy. This guy. This guy right here. I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these 12-year-old boy bodies being celebrated by this man.
Hey, don't body shame. Don't do that.
No,
you hear him? See, this is your captain, y'all.
I'm not.
You see what he's doing?
Yeah, he's leading the ship a right course, motherfucker. I agree.
No,
I don't think that.
No,
you be doing. See, we not body shaming them. We are shaming you, and how much you talk about them.
I'm looking at it right now on Google Images. It's enough body here.
She's got an ass.
It's yeah.
You said, what did you say, Mel, on the song? Look at that ass, bae.
Where did you get the ass from, bae?
Listen, I must have saw an image in 2013 where it was poking a little bit.
You know what?
And you know
what? You're reminding me a lot of Talib Kweli. We know about you.
What?
We know about you.
Okay, that's it. I don't even know where that came from. I'm done.
That might be the most shocking indictment that's ever been put on this man throughout this whole show.
Fucking
you know what? I'm gonna have to just say it, Daniel. You can't say that.
Out of pocket.
Don't
bleep me.
Don't ever compare me to that man.
Good.
That's sick. That's sick too. But Mel, we know about you. Okay.
You don't know me.
All right. If the girl looked like Oliver Twist, we know about you.
Oliver Twist.
Who? I know Oliver and Company.
I know OVO Oliver.
I know a classmate from high school, Oliver Hamto.
My dog's name is Oliver.
Smart dude. You got a dog named Oliver?
Yeah.
Is the dog Wu?
The dog's absolutely not Wu. He ducks all the time. Reminds me more of Mel, actually.
Okay.
I'm sick of this. I'm reading this. She dating some dude named Leo Robinson.
Leo Rush. Melvin Birch.
She gonna get married to this dude?
Fucking Hermione.
Come on, man.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying. What kind of name is that, man? Hermione.
Fucking.
That's not her. Her name is Emma. Okay.
I'm talking about the character from the Harry Potter universe.
And then let's not even get started with Zendaya. Kodak Black coming for that. Okay, Melvin, you got some competition.
Kodak Black is going to jail.
Isn't Kodak Black a rapist, Daniel?
You know, he's something.
Hey, play that drop I sent you. The Kodak drop. I don't know.
You sent me a Kodak drop?
Yeah, play that.
Where did you send it?
Hold on, I'm sending it in a chat right now.
This man typed in the chat, no, I didn't. Oh, God. All right.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
We've done out of hand. Can you hit that one, Mel?
We can get that. We can definitely get that because it's getting out of hand. We've done Triumph. Kodak is going to jail, which will leave the field open for me and Zendaya. Look, I was too late to get Emma. I was too late to get Zoe Kravitz.
You were too late, for
Cassie Steele.
Acelia Cara.
Acelia.
All right. No, see, I'm hitting the drop. I'm not too late for that, but
Shit getting out of hand now.
okay, we done here. This is Triumph and a bunch of other unrelated nonsense. Brought to you by Moulz Mel and the Biggest Bozo on behalf of Rap Rankings.
Hey,
Is there anything you would like to plug?
I would love two things. If you could play the message of me singing "Stay" by Kid Leroy.
We played it.
Okay. I need to hear that. And then
It came out. It just came out 31 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, guys, fucking 88 and friends everywhere, all social medias and shit. Stay tuned for potentially a new show coming up called The Bozo Island, okay? Featuring yours
Oh
truly.
yeah, we've been hearing rumblings about that.
we just trying to get the ball rolling, okay? We just trying to get the ball
Bozo
rolling.
Island, huh?
Bozo Island. You know what I'm saying? And all the biggest bozos go there to share some ideas together, okay? There's bigger bozos than me, but you need the biggest one to host it. Okay?
That's a bozo thing to say.
Okay.
There are a lot of bozos bigger than me, but you need the biggest one to host.
There it is. Okay. Okay, so if you see that, in the social medias, we'll see. I do want to say that I will be back for the Rap Rankings game. I felt like people have been taking my crown. I was the first winner, was I not?
Were you?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, you were the first official winner.
I need to come back and take my crown.
Wait, no, didn't you lose in the 11th hour? Is that what?
No.
Oh, no, you won, and then you said keep the money.
Yes. So I'll be back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he hit us with the Oscar Kakashi. You keep the money.
Which is
We
crazy because the pot was the most substantial pot we've ever had, I believe.
He's a good man. He's a good man, this Daniel. Good man. Well, we'll see you around the game soon. I mean, so far, what's the one that's coming out? Cuban Links 2?
Cuban Links
it's
2
out. It's over now.
Is out now. The next
who
one
won?
is Supreme
I don't know.
Clientele. Ghostface
Right,
Killer.
okay.
Next time, if I get the chance, I'll probably start sharing it on the Twitter because I feel like everyone's starting to do their own Rap Rankings board and shit, and I love seeing that shit, and I love comparing, and I love talking.
I love seeing the listeners make their own boards, use the rating system. That was a big part of, Mel and I starting the show. Is I hope people take a more thoughtful approach to
Yep.
sort of their appraisal of music, and I hope that people adopt the rating system as a means to do so. And anyone who's been doing that, shout out to you.
Yeah, man, I love sharing everything. I'm not gonna name the usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? Everyone talking about it. That shit's fucking cool, man. And I can't wait to start sharing some of my albums here because on the board, Drake, Nothing Was the Same is fucking insane being all the way up there, man. And so
It's a great album.
It's not insane. It's a great album.
I'll defend its placement on the board.
yeah.
It's not number 3 on my personal board, but if I'm looking at my personal board real quick, pop that open. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the 9th highest rated thing that I've rated in the entire history of this show. So I think it's obviously very good. I gave it an 81% weighted. I'll defend its placement. If it wasn't for me, it wouldn't be so high. Because if I came in and was blasé about it, I could have brought it down, even with Mel's very high score. But that wasn't my intention. I enjoyed it very much.
This shit's cool,
The
man.
boy gave us a classic.
This shit's cool.
Wallahi, a classic.
And CLB was absolute mid. You guys got it right on the
All right,
head.
that's enough out of
right
you.
on the
That's
head.
enough out of you.
Okay.
That's enough out of you. Okay.
All right.
I don't want to hear that
At
word.
this point, Mel's rating of CLB has gone up to like a 20 out of 21.
This
so
is
he's
false.
It's disgusting.
It's still sitting at a 13 out of 21. Okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
No, that I don't want to talk. I'm getting. I got one final question because I don't know what's going on. Y'all over there in LA. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? They talking about that Gavin Newsom man got the vote to recall. What is recall? Bring him back.
Look,
there's no
the
there's
vote
no
to
good
recall
things.
him.
there's
failed.
no. Yeah, we're talking.
There's no good things. If you get rid of
Well, I
him,
know there are no good things in
if-
politics.
if
That's a good
he-
point. That's a good point.
if he got recalled, that's not a good thing. If he stays, it's not a good thing. We're not looking at good things right now.
Look, Melvin.
Facts.
That guy. Let's give him a C plus, right? But if you're in the,
I'll give him a D. I give him a D plus.
Fine, let's
or
go
C minus.
C minus. Let's go C minus. Okay. When you compare that to everyone else around him who scored less than a 50%, a fail, is a C minus all that good?
I mean, I don't know.
That's
Look,
what it is.
The fact of the matter is,
I'm only asking because
problems.
Styles told me this morning his mama woke him up at like 3:30 talking about voting, and he said, "No, I'll play the message. This is very important. This is very, very, very important for anyone who's politically inclined. Look, we started with politics. We started with Maggie Rogers. We're going to end with
down the
politics.
statue.
He took down the statue. Here you go. I'm gonna tell you what. Here's the message from Styles. Here you go.
You hear that yawn, nigga? I just got up and started playing the remorse, nigga. 3:30, come early, nigga. Mom slid me some voting paperwork. Talking about, you gotta vote for, Gavin Newsom. Gotta vote for Gavin Newsom. You don't want no Republican? Mama, I'm voting for sleep. Get out my face.
And there you go. Folks.
It's just, if you
Vote
really
for
want to
sleep.
know, there's many problems facing Los Angeles, and unfortunately, there's only one man good enough to really take care of them all, and it's the captain. And I'm busy with this show at the moment, so I'm sorry, LA.
Sorry, LA. Sorry, politics. Sorry, Maggie. Sorry, Wu-Tang.
Well, I'm not sorry, Wu-Tang. In fact, one day, if I ever run for office here in the great state of California, my running mate will be the entire Wu-Tang Clan. They will be my running.
Ridiculous.
My
That
vice.
is ridiculous.
My vice. I don't think you get a vice.
I'm throwing
So
the dub up right now. Okay.
Yep. See, because we're gonna throw the W because we're gonna get the big dub on election day,
Okay.
and we're doing it with the Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
And they said, "Oh, controversial lyrics coming up like every week on Fox News is going to be, oh, well, how about this on Wildflower? Ghostface Killer says blah blah blah, blah, and they standing with this guy on stage." Keep talking. You keep talking. You're gonna fuck around. I'm gonna become fucking governor of California.
Look, you see Moulz get up on the podium and like no paperwork, no written speech, just straight hot coat hangers, okay? Hot coat hangers.
That's
And
right.
if you know, you fucking know.
I do know that. So, all right. Well, this has been track 2.
It's been a
of this
pleasure.
2.
It's been a
Triumph
fucking
and a
pleasure. I
pleasure.
love y'all, man. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. We love you too. That's Daniel. And
And
we'll be back.
hold on.
Huh?
Before we go, I got a big reveal. Little by little, I've been leaking info about next season.
Oh, here we go.
We got a big spoiler.
Dan is very mad at you.
Cover your ears, Dan. Look at this. The next time you'll be joining us, Daniel, next season is for... It's
D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg. All right, Chronic 2001. It's the Chronic 2001.
Okay.
And you're joining us. A prestigious album you'll be joining us
Oh,
for.
man.
Much better than this album, I have to say.
Oh, I can't wait.
That reminds me. That was the other thing I wanted to tell you, Daniel. There has been a mention of Tikal, not the ruins, but Dan Wolf brought in. Apparently, there's a Sonic the Hedgehog character named Tikal. Yeah, and on that note,
Wait, is Dan
We'll see
the 1.5 speed man? Who's that man?
What?
The guy who plays
I
the
think that is.
podcast
Dan
in
said
1.5
he-
speed.
He sent us a text message saying
He was just joking around.
okay.
He would never do such a thing.
I tried it. I tried it in that episode. I'm like, is someone onto something here? No, you don't want to hear Chipmunk Mel. You don't want to hear Chipmunk Mel.
Now, Chipmunk Captain, I hear, is classic. That's what Dan says.
Here we go. Barry and Mel again. I'm getting out of here, folks. Track 3 coming up.
This is NXT 2.0. New burials, new stars being made.
It's Triumph.
All right.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.